Well, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I have stepped in. Maybe I'm in my Colorado era.
Oh, really? Finally? Yeah. I mean, I feel like, how long have you been here? Not 8 years?
I don't think it's been that. 7? 6? 7?
Jack.
6.5?
6.5.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. I'm wearing socks with sandals.
You are.
Yeah.
Girl, I was born and raised in Colorado and I don't wear socks with sandals.
It's, it's so nice today, but it's overcast. Yeah. And this morning is just a little chilly. I wasn't quite ready to get rid of my socks. But I didn't want to put on regular shoes.
Like, well, that's the cool thing around here.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't notice that when you first came in, but I'm going to act like it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
That's funny. Well, have we talked about, though, that, like, I know we said we want long socks to run in because, like, that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
But, like, have we said how ankle socks are an older person thing now?
Yeah.
But I don't care. I like ankle socks.
Yeah.
I think they look better.
Yeah.
I don't like calf socks.
Yeah. I like the taller socks if I'm going on like a trail run because I don't want to kick stuff in my shoe because I don't know how I do that.
Right.
But yeah, it's most of the time. Yeah, I have my no-show socks.
Right.
Because you don't show your socks.
You don't show your socks. I've noticed even like my kids, like Jeremiah even likes to wear calf socks now with shorts. And I think, it looks so sloppy, but then that's just what's in.
That's funny. I'd always, I don't know if he still does it, but yeah, Jack likes like the crew socks, the ones that go up higher, but he pulls them on so tall and tight that I just feel like, is that comfortable on your toes?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever, I guess if they need something, they'll change it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess speaking of like weird
things,
that's going to be our theme for today.
Yeah.
Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. This is Run in Her Shoes podcast with Amber
and Robin,
where we talk about balancing life, work, and running.
As busy moms juggling life, we want to provide a community where we encourage taking time for your mental and physical health on your running journey.
Join us weekly as we talk about our favorite races, gear, and goals as amateur runners, 1 mile at a time.
So,
yes,
we were talking about this week's episode, and I was like, I really want to tell you this story because I saw it on some social media platform thing, and I thought it was so cool. And the more I read into it, I was like, it's so sweet. Aww. I wanted to share it with you.
Okay, well, tell me. I'm so excited to hear it.
Yeah. So, Dion Leonard is a Australian-British endurance athlete and ultra marathon runner.
Okay.
He does a lot, like he's also like, I don't know if he has like a 9 to 5, but he's also like a motivational speaker and like all the things.
Aww. But
in 2016, he was doing like this ultra run in China. It's a 7-day, 250 kilometer run. Wow. So that's just over 255 miles.
Wow. In 1 week.
Yeah.
Dang.
But does that make sense? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So after the first day of running, they stop to like camp for the night. And this stray dog kind of wandered into their camp.
Okay.
And like hung out. Cool, great, fabulous.
Yeah.
Love a dog.
Yeah. Tell me all the dog stories.
Yeah. So the next day when they're getting ready at the start line, he looks down and this dog is right next to him.
What?
At the start line. Yeah. And
like what are you supposed to do?
I mean, I think...
Like, go home, shoo.
Right. But I mean, I think you would think, well, once we got started, like the dog's just going to go...
Do its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, who cares? But Dion he quoted that, lo and behold, we start getting going and she's right next to me, matching pace to pace. And she's looking up at me like I'm going to run with you.
This is adorable.
I know. I have this picture of them
look at that.
But look at the scenery. Like, they're running in this desert.
Yeah, it looks very, like, desolate. There's nothing around. It's not like they're in a city.
Yeah, so it's the Gobi Desert, and that's what he ended up naming her, is Gobi. Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you say it, but yeah.
How cute.
Yeah, so by the time she kind of popped in and stuff, she would run 78 miles with them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I mean, I don't know anything more about this run. I mean, I'm sure he had a team of people and whatever. It sounds like there's stopping points and campsites and stuff. Yeah. But I have to imagine that, like, your food and water is pretty planned out. Yeah. But of course, he shared with Gobi.
He did.
He did. And even gave up advantages during this run to carry her across rivers or during areas that maybe would have been more sharp, like rocky areas that maybe not great for her paws. So
what a good guy. Like, they were meant to be together.
So much that he said when they were running, sometimes Gobi would, like, run way, like, if he was slowing down, she'd run way ahead and then, like, wait for him to catch up, but then, like, run ahead and wait, or run behind him and kind of nip at him.
Like, get going. Yeah. You gotta win this.
Yeah.
I wonder what drew this dog to him to, like, stick with just him.
Yeah, and because, I mean, I don't know the situation with all the runners. Do they all check in at these campsites or checkpoints? I didn't look into the race itself, so I don't have any information. But, like, you would seem there'd be other people around.
Right. Well, that is stinking adorable.
There's more.
What? There's more. Are you going to make me cry?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm so touched by this story already.
I have this other picture of them, like, running.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So after they get done with the race, and again, I'm sorry, I have no information of the race. Like, I was really focused on this.
Who cares about the race at this point? Yeah.
So, of course, Gobi's a stray, and he's like, obviously, you're coming home with me to Sweden. Like,
yeah, you're my dog now.
Yeah. But because of they are switching countries and this and that, Gobi just has to have, like, a, what do you call it? Like a
doggy passport?
Probably. But also, like, she needs to be checked out by vets to make sure she can go. Okay. And then she has to have, like, a period, like an isolation period. We just went through this. What is it called? Like,
quarantine?
Yeah, like a quarantine period.
I blocked that word from my vocabulary. Yeah. Okay.
To make sure she's good to, like, travel overseas and stuff. But because obviously he wasn't planning on, like, adopting a dog during this run, he had to kind of get home to his life. Okay. And because he had a 9-to-5 job, at least at this time. So he had to get back, but he had friends in China who were, like, willing to kind of, like, have her stay with them. Okay. Also, when he knew he was going to adopt her and all these fees now have popped up, he kind of crowdsourced and made, like, more than enough.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So while he was gone, a door was left open and Gobi got out.
Oh, no. And I'm sure Gobi was like, where's my human?
Probably. And at this point, in a busy city, they're no longer, like, in the forest. They're in a busy city. Dion comes back to search for her. Yeah. They're waking up early. There's signs, like, looking for this dog. They're talking to everyone they can. They're going to, like, dog parks. They're going to shelters. Everywhere, right? Yeah. But now this story is, like, so big. Okay. You know, that they're getting, like, false sightings, you know, because obviously they, like, offered a reward. And so there's, like, false sightings, or even people that were threatening to, like, keep her for themselves, or, like, were looking for her to keep her, like, whatever. After 10 days of this, really late in the night, his team gets a call from somebody that's like, we have her. But of course, after all of these, like, false stories and all of this stuff, early in the next morning, they go to this guy's place.
Because you're, like, getting your hopes up.
Right. But... yeah. Oh, they would need to follow through with, like, everything. Open the door. Gobi leaps into his arms.
They were reunited.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a sweet story. Ooh. So did she have to quarantine for another 14 days?
4 months.
4
is
months?
like I don't know if it's Japan's rule or Sweden's rule, but 4 months.
Oh.
But this time he says, I'm not going back, calls his work, says, I'm staying in China for 4 months. I'm not leaving her again. He stays in China for 4 months.
Really?
Yes.
I'm guessing he didn't have a wife and kids because she'd be like, really? You're leaving me for a dog?
Right.
For 4 months?
I know. So, so 4 months he stays, and then now they're going to travel back, right?
Okay.
So they get to the plane, and they're like, well, Gobi has to go, like, in, the dogs have to go, like, underneath. And he's
terrifying.
like, I'll sit wherever, but she's not leaving me.
I will go sit under the plane also.
Yeah, like, I don't care where I sit. Like, she has to stay with me. And they were like, no.
Oh, no.
So a 13.5-hour flight, like, that would have been the flight from Beijing to Edinburgh, Sweden.
Okay.
Was, like, their planned trip home, but now they're not willing to budge. He's not willing to budge. So now his trip becomes 41 hours.
Why?
He took on a plane, they were able to go from Beijing to Paris.
Okay.
Then from Paris, they drove to Amsterdam, and then they took a ferry to Newcastle.
Oh my gosh.
And then reached Sweden by car.
Finally made it home.
Finally made it home.
Can this be a Hallmark movie?
Okay, so...
Oh, is it?
It's not a movie, but there's a book called Finding Gobi.
Oh.
The true story of the little dog's big journey.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta run to the library.
Right?
I found my next book.
Seriously. But what's really interesting is, so I found the book, like, I was just kind of looking at it. So on Amazon, $10 for a paperback, super thing. But it's technically like a children's chapter book.
Oh. You're like, come here, Jack.
Yeah.
We're going to read a story together.
Probably while I bawl my eyes out. But yeah, so it's for the reading level of like an 8 to 13-year-old. Okay. It's like 200 pages long. But I know, I was like, definitely ordering this.
Yeah, we need to read this book.
Yeah. But yeah, so then there's them in Sweden.
What a happy dog.
I know.
How cute is that? Oh my God, I love it. This is the best story. I needed this. Adorable. I just wonder, like, where this dog came from and just appeared.
I know.
It's just meant to be.
Meant to be. Yeah.
Quick little tangent.
Yeah.
So our, like, escape artist dog, Lucky.
Yeah.
We've had him for, I guess, a little over 3 years now.
It was that long ago?
It was that long ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Penn was 3. And they were born in the same year, the same month. So we just told Penn that Lucky and Penn have the same birthday. Yeah. So, like, they both just turned 6 a little bit ago. But anyways, we got him because he just appeared in our house one day. Yeah. Like, John came home from work with the boys. So I was still at work, and he called me, and he was like, Amber, why are there 3 dogs in our house? Because at the time we had 2 dogs. Why are there 3 dogs in our house? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, why did you let us stray in this morning and not tell me? I'm like, I did not. And he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. There's a dog in our house.
I love how he just automatically jumped to, like, this is Amber's doing.
I mean, he's not wrong. That is something I would do. But I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, well, there's a dog in our house. So it turns out this dog would, like, roam the neighborhood. And the person he was living with didn't have a fenced backyard, like, couldn't keep him contained. I guess he had been getting out a whole bunch. But he got into a neighbor's yard, jumped the fence from, like, because their house set up higher, into our backyard, which had a 6-foot fence, and came in through the doggy door. Yeah. And we gave him back to the owner, and we're like, that was weird. And then, like, 2 hours later, we're eating dinner, and we look down, and he's back in our house.
So funny.
And there's, like, more details behind it, but eventually the owner surrendered him to us because he's like, apparently he just wants to be with you. You have a fenced backyard. He'll stay with you. Yeah. I don't know. So that's funny. Like, I feel like, chose us. Yeah.
Well, and the fact... I mean, I don't know like what our dogs would do if a random dog ended up in their yard. It seems like, because at least while John tells it, like, it doesn't look like there was a commotion.
No.
Like, they were just like, okay.
Yeah, hey, we're here now. I know. So I've often thought, like, I kind of want to write, like, an adventure of Lucky kid book.
Yeah.
Like, the things that he does, because it could be entertaining.
I know. I mean, it's too bad that, you can't just let him out because he just... Runs. But, or, like... You wouldn't really want to willingly let him go, but it's just too bad that you can't put like a GoPro on him.
Oh, the stuff that we would see.
The things we would see.
Yeah, like on Beethoven, you know, where the doggy in the beginning is like going everywhere. Yeah, the things we would see. Yeah, anyways. Oh, well, I love that doggy story. It's just a feel-good one. Well, my story, gosh, is nothing compared to yours, but I have a kind of an interesting running story to tell you. Okay. This one dates back to 2014 and the rightful owner of the money for the Boston Marathon. Okay. So in 2014, race day, Boston Marathon, the first female to cross the finish line was Rita Jeptu. And she set a course record that year. So not only did she win the $75,000 prize money, she also got another $25,000 payout for breaking the women's course record, which was previously held in 2022 by Margaret Okeo, who ran it in 2 hours, 20 minutes, 43 seconds. Okay. So Rita Jeptu crossed the finish line with a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, 57 seconds. Okay. So she won the whole kit and caboodle, a total prize of $100,000. Great. In 2014. Okay. So race day, second place was Bezenesh Diba from Ethiopia. She placed second with a time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, 59 seconds. Okay. 2 years pass. Okay. And Bezenesh, I wish I knew how to say her name correctly, but we'll use her last name, Diba. Okay. She was called in October of 2016 and told, you are the actual winner from 2014 because Jeptu was disqualified as they realized she was doping during that race. What? Yeah. So 2 years had gone by. They're like, just kidding. Yeah. Jeptu was using doping. Yeah. To get a leg up. Yeah, get out of here. She's disqualified. So Diba, congratulations, you win. So that meant Diba was the rightful owner to the $75,000 first place. And because she beat that time from 2002, that previous record, she would also be entitled to that extra $25,000. So I mean, like, life-changing amount of money. Yeah. You actually get $100,000, right? So I would be thinking like, great, send me the check. Right. I'm ready for this. However, fast forward to today, 2024. Okay. The Boston Athletic Association still has not paid her money because they said they can't pay her until they get all the funds back from Jeptu.
Who's supposed to give up those funds though?
Her, the person that took the money and got disqualified is supposed to give back the $100,000. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was awarded $100,000, I wouldn't just have it sitting in a bank. Like, I'm sure over like, 10 years.
Yeah, I still have that check. Yeah. I haven't cashed.
Right?
Right. Like, we have enough bills that, you know, like, at least a good chunk would be gone. Right. And knowing Jesse would probably have a couple more vehicles or something. So
yeah, one would think. So, yeah, I would probably spend that $100,000 over a course of 10 years. Yeah. I mean, realistically. Yeah. So the Boston Athletic Association is the one that's supposed to pay her back. Yeah. But they can't because they can't get the funds back. But this super nice businessman named Doug Geyer, who attended Boston College, he's apparently very rich and a big fan of the Boston Marathon, heard that the rightful owner still hadn't gotten her prize money. So he paid her the $75,000 just out of the goodness of his heart, while like she's waiting to get any money from the Boston Athletic Association.
Oh, wow.
And said he would even consider paying her the $25,000 as well if like the BAA doesn't do it soon.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know. So those are just two really good feel-good stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a race breakdown that I want to tell you about.
Tell me.
But we got to take a quick break.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll be right back. Citrus Eyewear was conceived by a team of former athletes for those who love to stay outdoors. Roy, the CEO of this new Canadian sports eyewear brand, Citrus Eyewear, likes to share that they're the only eyewear brand in the world that manufactures glasses in the Western world while still offering them at an affordable price point. Their cycling and running glasses are manufactured sustainably and by following similar processes and quality standards like that of the largest brands, and for a price point that everybody can agree on. I just got my first couple of pairs from Citrus Eyewear and I absolutely love it. We want to share these savings with our listeners, so you can use code RUNSISTER30 to save 30% off your first order. Go check out Citrus Eyewear and let them know that we sent you. All right, well, we're back, and I feel like I'm being drawn to, or like I'm more aware of, some of the trail races that are out there.
Yeah.
So have you heard of the Grin and Barrett Trail Run?
I don't think so.
Isn't that a fun name?
Yes.
Because it's bear as in rawr, bear, like Grin and Barrett. Like the logo is like a bear.
That's how you do a bear noise?
I don't know. I didn't want to be too intense, like in the microphone. I don't know, like a rawr.
All right,
is that better?
Fair. Yeah. Okay.
I was a sleepy bear at first. So it's in Crested Butte, Colorado.
Okay. Nice.
They offer two distances, a 25K and a 15K.
Okay.
Originally, it was a 15K that would be, they called it a sprint. And I'm like, since when is a 15K a sprint?
Seriously.
You crazy hardcore people. A sprint to Green Lake and then back in Crested Butte. Okay. But now it's expanded and they offer a longer 25K course. It was the pictures that grabbed my attention because it looks gorgeous. I don't know if you've been to the Crested Butte area before, but there's like, beautiful mountains. Yeah. Lots of wildflowers. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
There's a big ski area there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Very popular area. And it's not like too far from here, but like, But what caught my eye is I'm like, oh, this looks pretty. And then I'm reading it, okay? At least they're very straightforward with what it is. Okay. It says the initial climb, the very first elevation gain, gets you to over 9,000 feet. And then it says you get a quick 200 downhill break. And then you go to another climb that gets you to a high saddle, like of a mountain, at 10,700 feet. And from there, you can see the Ohio Creek Valley drainage, whatever that is. Yeah. And then it says there's a final climb that gets you to the highest point of 10,983 feet. But from that point, you can see a panoramic view of the high peaks of the Elk Mountain Range, as well as an eastern view of the valley of like the Gunnison Valley. Okay. But nothing about this race sounds easy. Okay. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to research this because it looks pretty. But they use words like rough, steep, switchbacks, towering, technical.
Oh, there you go.
So at least going in, like, we know this one would be hella hard. Yeah. Like, honestly, from the elevation gains of this, I feel like it would be way harder than Moab. I would be walking a lot of this. And the 15K, so that's for the 25K. Okay. The 15K doesn't sound as bad, but they still are like very in your face that like it's technical. Gotcha. Yeah. But the wildflowers get me. The pictures were so pretty. Yeah. And you don't get a medal. You get a finisher's t-shirt. Okay. So it's a lot of work for a t-shirt. But I think I'd do this one for the views.
Yes. Yeah, well, for these wildflowers.
For the wildflowers. Yeah. So that's my race deep dive. It's a mini one. Yeah. But I'm just, more in tune to some of the trail races that are out there these days. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Do medals matter to you? Like, is it more of a womp womp? if you do a race and don't get a medal? Like,
I think I really like my t-shirts because it's something I can wear every day. If I keep walking around in these medals, I think people would be really like, cool. You know what I mean? But I feel like the t-shirts are legit because it's a t-shirt. Like, when I'm not going to wear it.
Oh, okay. I know. I want both.
But I feel like beyond a 10K,
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, give me the medal.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. I just wondered if you felt the same way as me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a 5K, I don't need a medal.
Yeah.
Even like a shirt is a bonus.
Yeah.
I think.
But in the beginning,
yeah,
I wanted a medal for every 5K I ran.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. If I'm going to run a
and
half
even like a 10K, I feel like I could justify as like, okay.
Sure.
That's 2 5Ks. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think anything beyond that is like, it should be worth something.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. All right. So, I have some fast facts for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Perfect.
You're on a roll with these.
Thank you. Yes. If you had to pack up and relocate to another country, right now, where would you choose? Go.
Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got cute little koala bears.
Okay.
It seems like a good season. It looks green.
Okay.
I wouldn't have to learn another language. Okay. I'm obsessed with the Australian accent. I could listen to it all day.
I mean, true.
And yeah, Australia.
Okay.
Where would you go?
Well, not Australia because I'm scared of their bugs.
Okay, I didn't think about the bugs. I'd have to get over the bugs.
Yeah, I think, so I said this kind of recently to someone asked me this question.
Okay.
And yeah, it was like I said, I want to go to Australia, but I'm worried about the bugs. And
really?
He was like, so would you go to, now I'm blanking it out of my head. What's the other one? Not Australia.
Madagascar?
No.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that's off of Africa. No, but that little Tanzania or what is that?
No, what is it?
I have my phone. He's asking if you would go there. Okay.
Yeah, because it was like, well, would you go to blah, blah, blah? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Anyway.
Our listeners are going to be screaming.
I know.
What this is. Okay, just need a map. Tasmania?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else then. Indonesia.
No.
Papua New Guinea. Malaysia.
No.
The Philippines.
No.
Do you want to look at this map?
Maybe.
Scroll around. Do you know where it is?
Where's Australia?
There's
Australia.
Yeah, I was thinking Tanzania.
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. Oh my gosh. We need more coffee, Robin.
I was like this. I mean, no one can see this.
Oh, okay.
But, Australia's right there. I'm like, no, what is that place? What is happening? Bink. New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
New Zealand might be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, do they have less bugs in New Zealand? Because
I feel like it's not as talked about. Yeah. But I think they still have the accents, all that fun stuff.
Is that your final answer?
No.
Oh.
It's just a long time. I think if I had to move away from here, I'd want to go somewhere beachy.
Totally.
To the Caribbean or something, know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Somewhere beachy and warm.
Yeah. But so on our line of visiting places, if you could go to a planet.
Oh my gosh.
Safely. We're doing this all the time. Where would you go?
I feel like maybe Jupiter, Saturn sounds pretty cool. Okay. Why is that funny?
I don't know. It just feels like you just picked one.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Sure, let's pick up
Mars sounds boring to me.
Yeah, I mean, we're so over Mars.
Venus, no. Mercury, no.
Yeah, Mercury doesn't sound like a good place to go.
No. Where would you go?
I'd go to Saturn to see the rings.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
feels prettier, but I don't know.
Yeah, feels prettier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like Jupiter looks really cool and blue. And,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't super random.
Okay.
I just know my blah countries. Or countries, planets.
All right. What is your favorite family game?
My favorite family game. Like board game or something?
Yeah, something you play with the kids.
Okay.
I was going to say not something our families play.
We play weird. Minute to win it games and stuff.
Well, that and like Cards Against Disney and all that crazy stuff.
You know, I'm going to throw out this disclaimer that board games are hard to play in our house only because like we'll play them once or something. And then the boys will get it out and play when I'm not there. And then, like, all the pieces get lost. Or eaten by a dog. Or whatever. And so it's not something we play a lot.
That's funny. I really thought this was going to go down the line of, like, the way Penn plays games.
Oh, just, like, super competitive?
Competitive. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't need help.
Yeah, I mean, we don't play a lot of board games because it goes that way. We do play Farkle.
Okay.
That one's fun and seems to be okay, but it is like a massive, like, whole commotion if somebody doesn't win.
Right.
You know? And then it's like, it's just a game. So, that's my answer. I don't know. Do you have any recommendations?
Well, I don't know. So Farkle's big at our house too. Mm-hmm. Jack really likes Clue, but again, there's lots of little pieces.
Lots of pieces. And
he has Scooby-Doo Clue.
Okay.
So the characters are Scooby-Doo characters.
Yeah.
And the villains, you know, are classic Scooby-Doo characters. So there's like I'm forgetting them now, but there's like a robot guy with like a ray gun. Okay. So they're like fun. Yeah. Yeah. We had Guess Who for a while. Mm. But then also we would get to the end and it would show the person and it'd be like, you know, is this it or whatever? And then it's like, Penn, but you said that they didn't have glasses. Like, stop. You know, it doesn't go well. Maybe now that they're getting older, it would. And I don't want to get on a tangent because I don't care. Yeah. But if you pick up a Guess Who now, right, like a newer version, we have to like specify. It'll be like, is your person wearing a hat? And Jack has to ask like, well, is a headscarf a hat?
And you're like, okay, it's what's her name?
Boom. Right. So it's it's funny. And then if Jesse is also involved, there's like, I don't know if there's different versions, but at least the one we got from the arcade downtown has like, he looks very like a bigger built guy, but he's got red hair and it's pulled back into a bun.
Yeah, so it's like, does he have a man bun?
Yeah. Does he go to Starbucks?
It's a little bit more millennial style.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
And then Starbucks.
And then if you ask about hair color, there's certain people that have like not natural streaks in their hair. Yeah. So Jack is always like, does this count or is this what you mean?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, game over.
And so we're done.
I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is kind of on our shelf. I
mean, checkers.
Well, chess at our house. Yeah. Because Jack loves chess. But, I think we had looked at them at Christmas, but it was like a tube of dice.
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up getting that for Jack. And it's really hard because he's in this in-between age where we can win more. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have like a full-on breakdown. The first time he lost at, well, I don't want to say the first time he lost at checkers, but one of the times he lost at like checkers, I thought he was going to flip the table. Like, yeah, he was so mad. But it's this fine line where I still have to let him win sometimes. Yeah. with the losing, because they are games that, everyone gets 10 dice or 12 dice, and they lay out a bunch of games, but you have to be like the first one to do this with your dice is always like the thing.
But that's like by chance.
Yes, but also like I can scan my dice a lot faster than he can. So it's sometimes I'm rolling my dice over and over, like waiting for him to like,
shoot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. All right. If you had an alter ego, what would her name be?
Oh, wow. This is like spicy or something.
Oh my gosh.
Never thought about it.
Oh.
What would my name be?
Anything come to mind?
Let's see. Maybe like... All these names are flying through my head.
So many to choose from. Oh.
Okay. I don't. Well, hold on. Would you have one? Can you tell me yours while I'm still thinking?
Yes. Well, I kind of already have one. I don't know if you remember, and I'll tell the whole story while you're thinking. I was at work, and they kind of asked this question. Okay. And so I don't know who all knows who's listening, but I'm a dental assistant by day. So we were talking with a doctor, kind of filling in like dead air during an appointment. Yeah. And she asked me this question, like a long time ago. And I told her like, well, I am kind of my alter ego because I walk through the door and I kind of turn on this personality for patients.
Okay.
You know, and I'll tell like employees that like, oh, I'm kind of like, I'm introverted and like shy, and like people don't believe me. But it's like because I've turned on this personality for work. So like this is my alter ego. So I guess it's just Robin. And they were like, no, like we need to give her a name. So the doctor named my alter ego Diamond.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So sometimes if like we're calling each other out for good things, it's like, and the Diamond. Yeah.
Hilarious. Diamond. I mean, that almost sounds like a professional dancer type name.
It does. Yeah. Like, and coming out next, we have Diamond on the center stage.
I know. The only thing I can think of, and this like is a long time ago, and I don't even think that my friend realized like what it meant, or maybe she did and I was really naive, but in high school she nicknamed me Chastity. So that's like what she would call me. I don't know. But
do you know?
No. I mean, now
I don't know.
Yeah, so like that would, but I don't know if I would want to revert back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think when I think alter ego, I think bigger and grander than myself.
Yeah, Chastity would be like a step backwards.
Yeah. She's like, you want to go get coffee with Chastity today? We're going to just go
what else is she
have decaf coffee and...
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't have a good answer. I'll have to think about it and let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite fashion trend right now?
Oh, my favorite fashion trend. You know what I can get down for? Like biker shorts with a big t-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That was like gonna be mine.
Oh,
I feel like fashion's very comfy right now.
I am all about it.
And I am liking it.
I can be comfy.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty that I don't like, or plenty that's coming back and you're like, what?
Right.
But like a good oversized graphic t-shirt.
Yes.
With a pair of spandex shorts.
Yes.
And maybe some socks and sandals.
It's back.
There we go.
And I'm here for it. I feel like, a lot of fashion right now is what I would think of as not being sloppy, but I guess kind of lazy. Yeah. And now it's like, I can just wake up and go.
It's perfect.
Let's go.
Okay, so same answer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect. That's funny. Am okay with it, lady.
Yeah. Do you have a listener story for me?
I sure do.
Lovely.
Yeah, this one is from Samantha Cameron. And she wrote in because, sometimes I'll just be like, on Instagram, tell us your stories. We want to hear it. We want to cheer you on and like hear your inspiring story. Because I see the rainbows and butterflies and puppies and most things. I'm a very positive person. And so I think like everybody's story is inspiring to me. Like, just tell me, right?
I'll be the judge. I'm joking.
Yeah, Robin will be like, no.
Yeah.
But no, for real, we do. Like, I think that everybody out there that's making an effort to take care of yourself and running, you're an inspiration, right? So I was like, tell us your inspiring stories. And she wrote in and was like, well, I wouldn't call myself inspiring. And I'm just going to say wrong to that because you are. So she said she took a decade off of running after being
What's her name?
Samantha.
Okay,
Samantha. Took a decade off of running after being competitive in high school with running.
Okay.
And she said now she runs faster than she was running when she was 16. She went from a 2-hour half marathon, which I still think is wicked fast,
right,
to an hour and 27 minutes in less than a year.
Wow.
Then she got into triathlons, which is a whole nother thing. Like, I've thought, like, maybe I could bike, but swimming? No. I will never be a good swimmer. Will you? Do you like to swim?
I like to swim, and I think a triathlon is like a bucket list thing. Like, if I somehow was able, I don't know how people qualify for these things or
I don't know.
sign up or whatever, but I think it would be cool. I'm scared of fish, but I feel like if there's enough of us, the fish are gone. I feel like I can justify it and hopefully be in the zone. And
see, even for me, like, the fish isn't even the thing. It's just the water, like the depth of the water. I would be like doggy paddling. It would not be pretty. Yeah. I can swim, but I don't know, like, for how long of distance. And then, like, at least with running, if you get tired, you can just stop. Yeah. And you stand up. You can't just stop swimming. Yeah. That's terrifying to me.
Yeah. Also, when I see people do that swim part, I mean, they look good. They're doing professional strokes, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good about putting my head underwater and doing the quick breath up. It's like my head would be up. Yeah. Like an idiot. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like vertical, like doggy paddling. It wouldn't be good. So, Samantha, you're amazing.
Already.
You're getting into triathlon. Super inspiring. But she said she got through a brutal breakup of a long-term relationship and then, like, dove into triathlons. Yeah. And she said she's used running as a way to heal herself in so many ways. And then this year, she ran her Boston Marathon debut, which was a major bucket list item. And she finished with a time of 3 hours, 19 minutes, 8 seconds. And she learned a whole bunch at the race and in the training cycle. And here are some of the things that she learned. Be patient. Trust the process. Lean into the discomfort. You're stronger than you think. You aren't allowed on the podium with a beer.
Okay.
And finally, try to pee before the race. Yeah. All very valid points. Yes. So, yeah, thanks, Samantha, for sharing. Awesome. We are cheering you on.
I'm so inspired.
Exactly. Yeah, to not do a triathlon. But we'll cheer you on doing yours. Yeah. But if you have a listener story, we love to hear them. So you can message us on Instagram or email us at runinhershoes@runsister.com. And we just continue to appreciate all the love and liking and subscribing and sharing and connecting with you guys, because that's what it's all about.
There we go.
Cool. Well, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening to Run in Her Shoes. Run in Her Shoes podcast is produced and edited by Amber Linza and Robin Ogden. It's time to run, sister.